sunrise, chanting, dancing to his name. Haribo, Haribo. He would wake up everyone, rise and rejoice to the name. Haribo, Haribo. Mukunda Madhava, Govinda Hari, Haribo, Haribo. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he has come to taste and give away the sweetness of his brain. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, all you have to do is take to the sweet chanting of his name. Haribo, Haribo. Every day the sun will rise, and every day the sun will set. Haribo, Haribo. What's the value of your life if devotion you don't get? Haribo, Haribo. Take the name into your heart, take it with you when you part. Haribo, Haribo. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he has come to taste and give away the sweetness of his brain. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, all you have to do is take to the sweet chanting of his name. Haribo, Haribo. Yashamati Nandana, Brajapadanagara. Haribo.
Hey, good morning. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
OGEbeats.com.
Gauranga Nityananda. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jesus Christ. Sorry about interrupting your class. I put down that I was going live in 30 minutes, but nobody saw it. I got up too early. I had to do it. Something's happening here. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Go, Ranga.
Purchase your tracks today.
Krishna, Gauranga. Nityananda, Nityananda, Gauranga. Nityananda, Nityananda, Gauranga. Nityananda, Nityananda, Gauranga, Gauranga. Nityananda, Nityananda, Gauranga, Gauranga. Nityananda, Nityananda, Gauranga, Gauranga. Nityananda, Nityananda,
Purchase your tracks today.
Nityananda, Nityananda, Gauranga, Gauranga. 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya.
Purchase your tracks today.
Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Purchase your
Rama,
tracks today.
Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare
Beats by
Rama,
SV.com.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama.
Purchase your tracks today.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Beats by
Rama, Hare
SV.com.
Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Gauranga. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare,
Purchase your tracks
Krishna,
today.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Okay, turn your mics on. Let's do some japa. Hare Krishna, Krishna Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Rama Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna
Breaking news. After CDC was rounded.
Hare Krishna, Hare
Rama Rama Hari
Hare
Hari
Ram, Hare Ram.
Krishna Krishna Hari 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 Rama
Ram, Ram, Hare Hare.
Rama Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram.
Krishna Krishna Hari Hari Hari
Ram, Ram, Hare Hare.
Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama Rama Krishna Krishna Hari Hari Krishna Krishna Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama 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 Hari Hari Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari Hari Rama Rama Hari Hari Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Rama Hari Hari Hare Krishna 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 Hari Rama Rama Hari
Ram,
Hari
Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hari
Hare
Hari
Krishna.
Hare Rama Rama Hari Hari Hare Krishna 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 Hari Hari
Hare Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram.
Rama Rama Hari Hari
Ram, Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna 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 Hari Hari Hare Rama Rama Hari Hari Hare Krishna 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 Hari Hari Hare Rama Rama Hari Hari Hare Krishna 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 Hari Hari Hare Rama Rama Hari Hari Hare Krishna 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 Hari Hari Hare Rama Rama Hari Hari Hare Krishna
Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna Krishna Hari Hari Hare Rama
Krishna, Krishna, Hare
Rama Hari Hari Hare Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Hari Hari
Ram,
Hare
Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Rama Hari Hari Hare Krishna Krishna
Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Hari Hari Hare Rama
Hare Ram, Hare Ram.
Rama Hari Hare Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare Hare, Krishna,
Krishna Hari Hari Hare Rama Rama Hari Hari Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Hari
Hare
Hari
Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram.
Rama Rama
Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna,
Hare Krishna 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 Hari Hari Hare Rama
Krishna, Krishna,
Rama Hari Hari Krishna Krishna Hari Hari Hare Rama Rama Hare Krishna Krishna Hari Hari Hare Rama Rama Hare
Hare
Hari
Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Krishna Hari Hari Hare Rama Rama Hari Hari Hare Krishna 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 Hari Hari Hare
Hare
Rama
Ram, Hare
Rama
Ram.
Hari Hari Hare Krishna
Ram, Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Rama Rama
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare
Rama
Ram, Hare Ram. Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Hare Rama
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare.
Krishna
Hare Ram, Hare Ram.
Rama Hari Hari Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare Krishna,
Rama,
Hare Krishna,
Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Krishna Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Hare,
Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Hare,
Krishna
Rama Hare Rama,
Rama, Hare
Rama Rama,
Rama,
Hare Hare,
Rama
Krishna, Hare
Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna, Hare
Rama
Hare,
Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Hare Rama,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Rama Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare,
Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare Hare,
Krishna.
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Krishna
Rama
Krishna
Rama,
Hare
Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Rama Hare Rama
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare
Rama
Rama,
Rama Hare
Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Krishna, Krishna
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hare
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare
Rama
Rama
Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Rama
Hare Krishna,
Rama
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Krishna Krishna
Rama
Hare
Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama Hare
Krishna
Rama
Krishna, Hare Hare,
Rama
Hare
Rama
Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna
Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Rama, Rama Rama,
Rama
Hare Hare, Hare
Rama
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Rama Rama Hare Krishna
Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hare Hare
Krishna,
Hare Rama Hare
Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna
Rama
Krishna,
Rama Hare
Krishna Krishna,
Hare Krishna Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hare 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 Rama Hare
Nityananda,
Rama
Nityananda, Nityananda, Nityananda,
Rama Rama
Nityananda,
Hare
Nityananda, Gauranga, Gauranga,
Krishna Krishna Hare
Gauranga, Gauranga,
Hare Rama Hare Rama Rama Rama
Gauranga,
Hare Hare Krishna Hare
Shri
Krishna
Krishna Chaitanya, Shri
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Hare
Chaitanya, Shri Krishna
Hare
Chaitanya,
Rama Hare
Shri
Rama
Krishna Chaitanya,
Rama Rama Hare
Shri
Hare Krishna
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 Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Hare Hare
Chaitanya, Shri Krishna
Hare Rama
Chaitanya,
Hare Rama
Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri
Chaitanya
Krishna
Chaitanya
Chaitanya, Shri
Shri Krishna
Krishna
Chaitanya
Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna
Shri Krishna
Chaitanya, Shri
Chaitanya
Krishna Chaitanya,
Shri Krishna
Shri Krishna
Chaitanya Shri
Chaitanya,
Krishna
Shri
Chaitanya
Krishna
Shri
Chaitanya,
Krishna
Shri Krishna Chaitanya,
Shri
Shri
Krishna
Krishna
Chaitanya
Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya,
Shri Ai Chaitanya
Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri
Shri
Krishna
Vasadi Gaura
Chaitanya,
Bhakta
Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya,
Jaya Prabhupada
Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya,
Shri Ai
Shri
Chaitanya
Krishna Chaitanya, Shri
Shri
Krishna Chaitanya,
Vasa
Shri Krishna
Adhikara
Chaitanya,
Bhakta
Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya,
Jaya
Shri Krishna Chaitanya,
Jaya
Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya,
Krishna
Shri
Chaitanya
Krishna Chaitanya,
Prabhu
Shri
Nityananda
Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna
Shri
Chaitanya,
Advaita Gadadhara
Shri Krishna Chaitanya.
Hare Guru Bhakti.
Shri Krishna Chaitanya. 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 Shri Krishna
Chaitanya.
Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna. Shri Krishna Chaitanya. 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 Shri Krishna Shri Krishna Chaitanya. 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Krishna, 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 Radha, 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 Krishna, 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 Radha, 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 Radha,
Radha Krishna.
Krishna, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna
Krishna,
Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya,
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna, Krishna, Krishna, Krishna, Krishna, Krishna, Krishna,
Hare Ram,
Krishna, Krishna,
Ram Ram, Hare
Shri Krishna Chaitanya,
Hare
Shri
Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Krishna Chaitanya,
Sri Krishna Chaitanya.
Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Krishna Chaitanya,
Sri
Krishna,
Gaura Bhakta Vrita.
Sri Krishna Chaitanya,
Prabhu Nityananda.
Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri
Sri
Krishna
Advaita Gadadhara. Sri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta.
Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Sri
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Sri Krishna
Hare
Chaitanya,
Rama, Hare Rama.
Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna,
Rama Rama, Hare
Sri Krishna
Hare
Chaitanya,
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna.
Chaitanya,
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Sri Krishna,
Hare Rama, Hare
Sri Krishna
Rama
Chaitanya,
Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna.
Krishna, 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 Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Hare Rama.
Krishna, 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 Shri
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Chaitanya, Shri Krishna
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama.
Krishna
Rama
Chaitanya,
Rama, Hare Hare.
Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare,
Krishna.
Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Hare Hare,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Rama,
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna,
Hare Rama,
Krishna,
Hare Rama, Rama
Hare
Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare
Rama,
Krishna.
Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama,
Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama,
Krishna,
Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama, Rama
Hare
Rama, Hare Krishna.
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna, Hare
Rama,
Hare, Rama Hare Rama.
Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Rama,
Krishna Krishna,
Rama
Hare Hare,
Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare Rama,
Krishna, Hare Hare,
Rama Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Rama,
Krishna Krishna,
Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, 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 Krishna,
Ram Ram
Krishna, Krishna, Hari Hari, Ram, Hari Rama, Ram,
Ram
Ram,
Ram
Hari
Ram Ram
Krishna, Krishna, Hari Hari, Hari Ram, Hari Ram, Ram,
Ram
Ram,
Ram
Hari Hari, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Tick tock. Tick tock. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, 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 Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare.
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Hare Ram, Ram,
Krishna Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna.
Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hari
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare.
Hare
Hare Ram, Hare Ram,
Ram.
Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare. Hare Ram, Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna, Hare
Ram,
Hare, Hare
Ram, Hare
Hare
Hare.
Ram,
Hare Krishna, Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram, Hare Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram,
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna, Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Hare.
Ram
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Ram, Ram
Krishna,
Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Hare.
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Hare Ram,
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna, Hare Hare.
Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Hare Ram, 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 Hare
Krishna
Hare.
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Ram,
Hare Ram, Hare Ram,
Ram
Ram,
Ram, Hare Hare,
Hare Hare.
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram,
Krishna Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare. Sri Krishna
Hare
Chaitanya,
Ram,
Prabhu Nityananda,
Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Nityananda, Nityananda,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Hare,
Nityananda, Nityananda,
Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna,
Nityananda,
Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare
Nimai Vishwambhara, Vishwambhara, Nimai Pandita, Nimai Pandita,
Hare, Pratita Pranata,
Nadia is my organ master. Nimai Pandita, Nadia is my own master. Nimai Pandita,
Divine Pratita from Nadia,
Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri
Divine Pratita
Krishna
from Nadia,
Chaitanya, Shri
Vishwambhara,
Krishna Chaitanya, Shri 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 Krishna Chaitanya,
Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna
Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya,
Krishna Chaitanya,
Krishna Krishna Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Radha
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Hare Ram,
Radha Radha
Ram Hare Hare, Krishna Hare Krishna,
Radha,
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Krishna, Krishna,
Hare Rama Hare Rama
Krishna,
Rama Rama Hare Krishna Hare
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Hare
Krishna,
Rama Hare Rama
Krishna, Krishna,
Rama Rama Hare
Krishna, Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna Hare Krishna
Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Hare
Krishna, Krishna, Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Rama Hare Rama
Krishna, Krishna,
Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama Rama Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare
Krishna, Krishna,
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Krishna
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Rama Rama Hare
Krishna, Krishna,
Hare
Rama Rama,
Hare Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Hare
Rama
Rama Hare Rama
Hare
Rama Rama Hare
Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri
Rama Rama,
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Shri Krishna
Hare
Chaitanya,
Rama Hare Rama
Shri
Rama Rama,
Krishna
Rama Rama Hare
Shri
Hare
Krishna
Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare Rama, Hare
Shri
Rama,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Hare Hare
Shri
Hare Rama Hare Rama
Shri Krishna
Rama Rama Hare Krishna Hare
Rama Rama,
Shri
Hare
Krishna Chaitanya,
Krishna
Shri
Krishna Hare
Krishna
Hare
Chaitanya,
Hare
Shri
Rama
Rama,
Rama Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama
Krishna Krishna
Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Hare
Krishna
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 Rama,
Shri Krishna Chaitanya,
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Shri Krishna Chaitanya,
Hare Rama Hare Rama
Shri Krishna Chaitanya,
Rama Rama Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna,
Shri Krishna Chaitanya,
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Shri
Hare Rama, Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare
Shri Krishna
Hare
Chaitanya,
Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare
Shri
Krishna
Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna
Rama Rama, Hare
Shri Krishna
Hare Krishna Hare
Shri
Krishna
Krishna Chaitanya,
Hare Rama,
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare,
Shri Krishna
Hare
Chaitanya,
Rama,
Shri Krishna Chaitanya,
Rama Rama Hare Hare, Krishna Hare Krishna,
Rama Rama, Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Shri
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Chaitanya,
Hare
Shri
Rama Hare Rama,
Shri
Rama
Krishna,
Rama Hare Hare, Krishna
Shri
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya,
Rama
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna Hare Hare,
Shri Krishna
Hare
Chaitanya,
Rama
Shri
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Chaitanya,
Rama,
Shri
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare Hare,
Hare
Shri
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Chaitanya,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Krishna
Rama
Krishna
Rama,
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna Hare,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama,
Hare Rama, Hare
Hare,
Rama Rama,
Rama
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare
Krishna Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Hare,
Krishna, Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare Rama,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Rama
Rama,
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare.
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Rama
Rama,
Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare.
Hare Rama,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Rama Rama,
Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Jaya Jaya
Hare
Sri
Rama,
Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Sri Advaita Chandra Jaya Gora Bhakta Vrinda.
Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya
Jai
Sri
Shri
Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda.
Oh, thank you. Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Sri Advaita Chandra Jaya Gora Bhakta Vrinda.
Jaya Jaya Sri
Jai
Chaitanya
Jai Shri
Jaya
Chaitanya,
Nityananda
Jai
Jaya
Nityananda,
Sri Advaita
Jai Shri
Chandra
Advaita, Jai
Jaya
Gaura
Gaura
Bhakta.
Bhakta Vrinda.
Let's see. Chaitanya Charitamrita Chapter 1. Spiritual Master. Lovely chapter. Johan was talking about that today. Yeah, I was listening and got some insights. Yeah. Yeah, we're spoiled. Lalita knows. We're spoiled. That's the problem. We expect too much of these devotees, poor devotees in ISKCON and Narayan Raj group. We're just expecting just too much for them, you know?
We expect that they understand just a little bit.
Yeah,
That
yeah,
we
expecting
need
too
to have a
much.
little bit of softened heart, but
No,
no,
yeah, it's just too much, you know?
zero.
Yeah. Yeah, because, it's so funny because, see, that standard is in these books, but they don't see it. See, because you have to worship the Lord in this loving ecstasy. And this is just an opportunity. It's a rare opportunity. When Jesus came and when Lord Caitanya came, or Madhavinda Puri, or any devotee, but especially Lord Caitanya and his group, it's just always a special opportunity for the people that are on the various paths to speed up their progress to understand what life is really about. Otherwise it is many lifetimes. And that's why you see Lord Chaitanya said that to understand Krishna, you have to rise to the platform of self-realization. And still you haven't got it yet. That takes many lifetimes just to rise to the platform of liberation. Oh yeah, he said, rise to the platform of liberation. Okay? And that takes many lifetimes. Still, you don't understand. You got to meet a Vaishnava like the four Kumaras did in Bhagavatam. They smelled, see, they met the Vaishnava because they were advanced spiritually onto that platform, liberation, Brahman, and they smelled the Tulsi, who was a devotee. See? And by that association, they became Vaishnavas. See? So normally it takes so many lifetimes just to be liberated. That's why these guys find it so hard just to be liberated. And why they can't teach pure Krishna consciousness on the ecstatic level, with all the gurus and everything. We just expect too much from them because, it's not surprising. What we're doing is one of these divine interrupts. It's uncommon. It's uncommon to see devotees chanting like they did 550 years ago. And that's why we know what we know and can share what we share. But most of the Vaishnavas don't understand it. All the way up into the Radhakund Babajis and Narayan Raj group, they don't understand. Sometimes they think they understand, but they try to imitate this and say, oh, yeah, we're also like this. But they're not. They don't have the ecstasy or the bhav. Yeah. So this is an opportunity for those who the Lord calls, because you can't force it. I mean, either you're attracted or not. That's the Raganuga platform is you just see this kind of worship and then you're attracted to come into the group. That's what they did 500 years ago. Whoever liked the associates of the Lord, not everybody. A lot of people were at a distance. They didn't understand what was going on. They thought they were mad, crazy like here. Yeah. Some of the parents lost their children to the Lord Caitanya. Like Raghunath Das sent 10 men to get him back, and there was this big pastime, to get their Raghunath Das back home in family life. They didn't want to go. That's how it is when you're deeply attracted to this ecstatic worship. You don't want to go back to the world. You're now, instead of being a lord by Maya, Mahamaya, you're a lord by Yoga Maya, to worship the Lord as a devotee, not to be God. See? The Yoga Maya puts you as a devotee, even though in truth everything is the Lord. But we're just formed in this way of being devotees of that Lord. That's perfect realization. That's perfect truth. See, that's the perfection of all embodiments for everybody, is that same thing, because we're all ultimately like that. We just got skins. You know how lizards, they have rough skin? That's just reflection because they got a rough skin, not soft. That's why a human being is the ideal thing. See, it's hard for the lizards, the reptilian race, to understand Krishna. I mean, it's in Bhagavatam. See, the thing is, there's no conspiracy theory here. We have it all in Bhagavatam. They're reptilians, man. See? That's only in the world. They talk about, it's a conspiracy. There's no reptilians and no reptilian. Are you kidding? Right there in the Bhagavatam. Snakes, serpents, all kinds of stuff like that. Reptiles. See, but they have the rough skin, right? That's their consciousness is rough. No empathy. That's why human beings, see, more soft. See, more ideal to realize God. They're jealous of that too, actually. That's why they try to dumb down. They put fluoride in your water so this thing doesn't work. The pituitary. Yeah. So here, it's funny, this is in chapter 1 of Adi Lila. Look what's put in there. The loving affairs of Radha and Krishna are transcendental manifestations of the Lord's internal pleasure-giving potency. This is why people don't understand this, because unless you're partaking of that, the Lord's internal pleasure-giving potency, unless you've got this pleasure, see, there's pleasure in this. That's why the Vaishnavas, they say, oh, go, you guys can't be doing the right path because you're getting pleasure out of doing what you're doing. You're getting pleasure out of chanting. See? You see the speculation there? You see the inexperience there? Or what are you doing there chanting and you're crying and laughing? Well, I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry. That's what we're here for. That's the pleasure-giving potency of Krishna. Oh, I just love speaking truth, man. It's so refreshing, to speak just the obvious. It's just, unless you're partaking of the play, you can't speak with authority, right? You gotta, it's like matter of fact now for us. Yeah, this is the pleasure-giving potency of Krishna. You want it, man? Any of you gurus out there want it? Any of you followers of the Guru, you want this pleasure right there? You want what's in that scripture? You want to be a devotee Bhagavat? A devotee Bhagavat is a manifestation of that verse. The pleasure-giving potency. You can see it all over their face. You can see it in their tears. You can see it in their ecstasies. Yeah, go ahead, Lalita. What?
This sentence, this verse is mad-making, pleasure-giving. It's making you...
Yeah. That's the pleasure potency of the Lord. It's ecstatic. It's the happy. It's the food for the soul. People don't know this kind of soul food. Their souls haven't been awakened yet. Their spirit hasn't been awakened. These are transcendental manifestations of the Lord's pleasure-giving potency. This is what's hidden from the world. Unless you come in the narrow gate, even the Holy Spirit is a symptom of the Lord's pleasure-giving potency. Weren't those early Christians really happy when they got the Holy Spirit? That was their whole preaching program, is manifest delivering the Holy Spirit. Matter of fact, that's our whole preaching program, is to transmit and awaken this Holy Spirit of Bhakti Devi in people so you can partake of the pleasure-giving potency. So that you can chant the absolute truths in the form of Krishna, in the form of his names, his pastimes, his qualities, in ecstasy, and taste that nectar of the truth. Taste the meanings of these verses. Literally, that's the food for the soul. And if you're not awakened, man, you're skinny. You have you think working out in the gym is anything to a devotee? Like, they're looking at these big buff guys, you see, all they look like a lopsided person. They even look dumb. You ever see these big bodybuilders? They look dumb. Like, they got no awakened spiritual body. They're big body and everybody's impressed. That's Maha Maya. You look at beautiful women in the beauty parlor and all that, and these big guys, muscle guys, but what's inside between those ears? Nothing special. Usually a lot of greed, a lot of desires for material things and wanting to use each other, use women, use men, right? Got to use them, yeah. Capture them, capture each other. It's all illusion. This is what called. See, that's the pleasure-giving potency of Maya, and it's not so pleasurable. It's limited, and it makes you stupid. It makes you think that life is all about going to the beauty parlor or look at this. It's getting really weird, man. I go down the street and all these women are looking at themselves, in the cameras, and boy, I look great. You look like shit to me, personally. Well, not like shit because, they got a nice figure, man. That reminds me of Radha and Krishna. Radha and Krishna have a nice figure, don't they? But it's mundane material. Okay? So this is even for the world, what we're bringing in and what Lord Caitanya brought in, what Jesus brought in was a big interrupt, because the world is going down this like a river of this illusion. It's just flowing, man. It's just flowing down, to the hellish planets. It's flowing up for people doing austerities, and, the people of different, like in the religious, in some kind of religion, it's kind of flowing up to heaven. Isn't that what even Christians basically think? I want to go to heaven. See, they don't have full knowledge. Isn't that what the Muslims, they want to go to heaven also and get those have a lot of sex there, which you can do actually. It's actually in the scriptures. You get 27 virgins you get. They like that idea. Yeah. See? But they don't know paradise. And they don't really know the words of Jesus. That's just brought, it's descended to the heaven place. Yeah. So the transcendental world is beyond the material universe of heaven and hell and earth. It transcends all of that. That's why you see the story of Vamanadevi kicked a hole in the universe. That means through the celestial too. The demigods can't, unless they're pure devotees, they cannot go to the spiritual planets. See? So the devotees here who have this pleasure-giving potency of Krishna is so rare. So it's not surprising people have a hard time understanding what we're doing. But this is the only possibility for people to understand, is when it's here. When it's here, it's here. When it's not, right? It's just that simple. And the Lord preached, just like we're preaching, it was the same thing. He had to teach Brahmins this. That's why he took sannyas, to get the Brahmins a little closer to him, because they were bewildered, because they liked Lord Caitanya, who followed the rules as best he could when he wasn't in ecstasy. And they could, they began, well, I guess we can accept it. He tries to follow the rules. But then they were bewildered by his best friend there, Nityananda. Now, why is he befriending a person like Nityananda doesn't follow any rules? Why is he so close to Nityananda? Why does Nityananda love Lord Caitanya more than even we do? What is going on? So they asked Lord Caitanya. And he was the only one who could answer. See? And that's how you get over it. You got to hear the word. You want to go beyond Vaidhi Bhakti out there? You want to go beyond the world? If you're a worldly person coming from that group, see, they've got the world group, right? They're out there suffering in the world. The people are still suffering in religions, the Muslims and the Christians and also the Vaishnavas. You want to transcend that? Well, you have to come to a rare place like this. And it's probably the only place, because nobody's teaching this. Nobody's demonstrating this. They all got all kinds of speculations of why you're not supposed to have this or show this. And then they think they have it, but they really don't. See? So it really gets hidden. All speculations everywhere. But where do you see a person actually relishing transcendental mellows? See? And see, that's why we're doing this. That's why I got the confirmation from Krishna and Lord Caitanya, Krishna and Prabhupada, to preach this. And Lord Caitanya, because he gives all these realizations. We wouldn't know anything, would we, if we didn't get this mercy? If we don't look at those scriptures and they just light up, man. Or chant the names and you feel that devotional potency awaken, and you feel such fantastic happiness just chanting, and you realize you're with your best friend, transcendental friend. That gives everything. Puts a nice smile on your face. Yeah. Yeah, so the loving affairs of Radha and Krishna are the transcendental manifestations of the Lord's internal pleasure-giving potency. Yeah, and the Lord Caitanya didn't just come here to give us just some little bit of bhakti, like bhakti that you see in the Bhagavatam, in some of these devotees. He came to give the kind of bhakti, the conjugal. One of the four rasas at least of Vrindavan attract people on that level. Otherwise, you wouldn't be attracted, right? You wouldn't, unless you're attracted to Vrindavan devotees and some ras, you wouldn't want to come. Same thing here. What's the difference? Unless you're attracted to this Vrindavan worship, you won't come. You think, oh no, that's too. I don't know what that is. I don't want. They go to the temple, right? I like distance. See, I like a lot of distance. So much so that I don't even really know that deity. I like that. Like it like that. Okay? So those who are attracted here, you notice they all like this intimacy. Like, oh, wow, Yeah. And actually, if the more people relish this, like we're doing here, the more attractive it comes to the people. It's like, it's like light and dark. You don't know the light until you see it. This kind of light of this conjugal or this Vrindavan Ras is very rare to see. They don't even see it in Vaikuntha, in the liberated Dham, which is very hard to attain. They don't even know. They speculate even there. They think many of the devotees in Vrindavan are neophytes because, they're more, they're dressed, more pomp, more, what do you call, opulence. Like, yes, Krishna is the king of kings and all of that. And that, what is this? The Krishna Vrindavan? Oh, he's just doing that for they're these beginners. Look at them. They're just dressed in forest attire and they just, he's just humoring them. You notice they do a similar thing here? Oh, Gohari, he's not even a devotee. Yeah, they're not devotees. They're sahajas. That's not real. This is devotional service, to be grave. They're crazy. We're not. Did you want to say something? Go ahead, Lily.
Well, you've got to advertise how it feels to live in Vrindavan. You've got to tell the world how it is there. You can say you're a sahaja. A sahaja is somebody who only shows how divine and highly elevated he is. But what about how your life changed by living here? That's actually what's effective for neophytes, for the world, actually, to talk about it. About your
I mean, how are people going to know what it stays in the book if you just read, yes, the Lord's, like the verse here, the loving affairs of Radha and Krishna are a transcendental manifestation of the Lord's internal pleasure giving potency, but you never see it. So all you do is speculate on it and you say, oh, it's like this and like this, but you don't show it, you don't relish it, you don't taste it. So therefore, how can you teach it? How can you show it? How can you show the path to it? They can't even see you're an authority on that. They have to see, if you're a real Uttamadhikari relishing deeply these potencies, then you will be able to preach it. That's the method of the Uttamadhikari, as they can convince people to take to this path. That otherwise, why would you take to something that you don't have any idea? You have to be somewhat at least attracted. See, Raganuga Bhakti means people think, well, yeah, it may look a little weird, but I don't know. I think I would like to. It looks like that person's happier than I am. And then you have some, okay, let me stick around. Let me hang out with that vibration. See, frequency and vibration. Just like here, you guys on TikTok might think this is a little bit weird, right? Yeah, the guy's chanting and he's ecstatic. Well, but if you're thinking like, well, this is kind of unusual, because you won't find one person out of all those millions of TikTokers that does this kind of thing. They sit in front of you and chant these names and laugh and cry and all kinds of stuff, and then give you a discourse on spirituality. This brand. See, there's no content like that out there. None, not even one person. This is one out of millions. And this content will relieve you just by hearing this vibration, and that goes for anybody watching it. If you watch it just patiently, it will take away so much karma, so many obstacles, give you so many blessings just to see it. Maybe even liberate you eternally just because you saw this demonstration, this manifestation of the Lord's pleasure-giving potency that's usually very much hidden in this world. In this universe, it's hidden. Hey, you thought I was a crazy guy on TikTok there chanting. What's he doing? Yeah. Hey, man, there's rhyme, reason, logic, and knowledge here, the highest knowledge. Not even the Illuminatis and the Masons, 33 degrees, to understand what you heard here. This is the highest level of self-realization that you could get. And it's very much hidden unless you make this connection. And you have, just by seeing this. Okay. So stop scrolling. Stick around. It'll be worth your money that we're not charging you. It's free. It'll free you. You want freedom? You want sovereignty? It's here. The loving affairs of Radha and Krishna are transcendental manifestations. See? Manifestations. Where do you see that manifestation? If you don't see it, it doesn't exist. What? It's just in the book? That's not the full manifestation. See, by the action of the devotee Bhagavat and the book Bhagavat. See, the book Bhagavat is this. The devotee Bhagavat is the manifestation, the full manifestation. And the confirmation too, right? That's why people could say, oh, Gore, you're sahaja, you're crazy, you're this, what? This is, don't you see the verse? That confirms it. I couldn't find a living being to confirm what I brought in. So that I had to depend on the verses. And then in the end, Prabhupada came and said, yeah, you got it, man. Yeah, it has my approval. Yeah, okay, go ahead, go for it, man. Tell them what it is. Show them. Postgraduate work. See? Teaching postgraduate. Although Radha and Krishna are one in their identity, previously they separated themselves. See? Just like it's kind of with Lord Caitanya's association, it comes back into one. And we get to be part of that. Because you see, Lord Caitanya had both identities inside him, right? It's one. But they have its nature. There's the name, right? And the pastimes and the love. See? And they combine so nicely, so perfectly. It's like a dance. Isn't it? Like a dance, usually you got a partner, right? See? And then there's a dance. When you have the love of the name, the dance. See, there's a dance there. See? And you see the love of the pastimes, see all of this. See, they separated themselves, so they were in Vrindavan, Radha was in her home and Krishna was in his home. Then they would meet. See? And in the meeting, there would be so much ecstasy and so many in the meeting and all these pastimes, right? And so then, okay, then the pastimes go, and then Lord Caitanya comes. And where's Radha and Krishna? Where are they? Oh, in one form. And so by mantra, and that's our way also now. See, because he taught, this is how you do it, man. You get Radha and Krishna, the form will combine in one form again inside you, and just you chant like I did, and like Madhavinda Puri and the real line does, and relish the pastimes of Radha and Krishna, their loving affairs, and you're like a maidservant there. You're arranging their meetings, right? What happens if you stop arranging? What if we stop rendezvousing here? What if we just no more chanted? No more, that means no more love. See? It just would be disappear. Did you ever see Lord Caitanya stop chanting? Only in our group. See? The ones that are kind of falling down, they think, oh, I don't need to chant anymore. Oh, really? And then you see the result of that. They get their false ego starts growing. See, the illusion takes over. We're very small. This is an eternal affair, man. You don't stop. You ever see me stop chanting? Why do my students, why would they stop chanting? Why would you see me not associating with ecstatic devotees? To me, even though I'm the guru here, spiritual master, right? I feel it's a great privilege for me to be with other ecstatic devotees that my Lord has chosen. And you guys out there think you're so advanced, I guess, because you don't have to come and associate with ecstatic devotees, even though your guru, wants to. Something's not right.
By the way, the first thing to do is to hear. So if he doesn't come to hear, that's a problem. Biggest problem.
Yeah, they hear, because what do we hear? This is the path, man. Lord Caitanya taught the path is remembering Krishna, reminding others. I come here to remember, and to reminding others is how this is. You do your bhajan outwardly and inwardly, and you benefit everybody. You benefit yourself and so many others who hear that vibration. That's what Lord Caitanya brought, teaching by tasting. Yeah.
You can hear it on the preaching of persons who left, actually, or who so-called did not leave but don't need it. You hear it all what they are saying, but what nonsense are you talking about? What nonsense are you saying there? Man.
The best thing is people need to really, if you come, really listen. Really meditate and listen and get purified. Don't listen and think you know everything. Oh, yeah, I know what he's saying. Oh, he's repeating himself. That's, those who do that, you see what happens, Oh, yeah, I understand what he's saying. He's repeating himself. See, in other words, you don't know. You don't know why I'm repeating. There's taste in that. There's unlimited. Yeah. Even in the basic things, unlimited, Yeah. Now these two transcendental identities have again united in the form of Lord Krishna, Sri Krishna Chaitanya. See, the name is beautiful itself. It's a perfect name for this incarnation. Sri Krishna. See, Sri is Radha. Krishna is Krishna. And Chaitanya is the life force. So the life force of that personality was Radha and Krishna. Not just a life force. What life force? See, Radha and Krishna was his life force. See, it was the force of his life. It caused him to act in this world. Is this union, this meeting of Radha and Krishna caused a beautiful pastime. That's why, people become realized here to a degree. You start to realize, oh, I've entered the pastimes of Lord Caitanya. You have, because everything is based on that here. It's based on the meeting of Radha and Krishna. There would be no preaching here. I wouldn't have anything to say unless this actually happened. There was an empowerment here. I wouldn't have this understanding. This is, you have to be the Bhagavad Gita 10:10. Worship the Lord in this ecstatic, intimate, loving ecstasy, and have this kind of knowledge, real transcendental knowledge, not speculation, and real deep understanding. You see what people get here? You get an understanding of the verses very deep, not just superficial. That's why all you speculating people here, that want to go out and give purports on all that, you should listen more deeply here. Have your consciousness cleansed and brought deeper. And start, because once you get into speculate, you spoil everything. And you go out there and you get a following of people who are attracted to speculations, and you get a big false ego. It'll happen here if that's what you're into. Best thing is just keep going, keep getting purified, man. See, and then from your ecstatic worship, pure ecstatic worship, the real understanding will come. See, and you preach that. Or simultaneously, actually. Yeah. Remember the pastimes of Balabhavata. He would memorize the verses, quote them, and all that. But his purports were not. He needed to listen to the devotees. He didn't accept. He thought he was as good. That happens here. People, they start to think they're as good as Guru, and that's when their downfall. He thought he was good as the real gurus were, the intimate associates of Lord Caitanya. Okay. So he needed to listen more to them, but he, always wanted to be on top and all that. So that's contamination. See, the devotees, if you do a real course with a bona fide spiritual master of this level, then you'll get so purified that you'll have this meeting, and because of the meeting, a pure teaching, a pure understanding will come of it, and that's what purifies people. It's not that's why the high realization of Jesus, of my own self I can do nothing. He had to connect. They make this communion. See, to those who worship the Lord with loving ecstasy. The love is there, and you love the name, you love the pastimes, you love the qualities, you love the behavior. These are all the Lord, manifestations of the Lord, and this communion with that. The real pure teaching comes. Remember, Jesus went up to the mountain and he prayed, communed. And then the realizations came. Blessed are the pure in heart, they shall see God. Blessed are the poor in spirit, they shall, whatever, all these things come. Pure teaching, pure understanding. So the Bhagavatam's all like that. Prabhupada was writing because he was communing with the Lord, so he writes these things from realization. Yeah. See, chapter 1, man, it's a Guru Tattva. You got to get really purified, man. Yeah. So I bow down to him who has manifested himself with the sentiment and complexion of Srimati Radharani, although he is Krishna himself. That's what he showed. He wanted to show that sentiment. That's a devotee. A devotee is like a girl in a sense, with emotions. You know how men, they try to hide their emotion, or a lot of them, I'm not emotional, right? It's only for women. Women are emotional, right? See? But no, you notice ecstatic devotees? Look at Johan. He's got some emotions, huh? He's a guy. Where is he? See, so the emotions, so he came to show that. And these are not material emotions. What people see here is very rare because these are not material emotions. These are spiritual emotions. This is, the meeting of Radha and Krishna, the love of God. Life's ultimate goal is right here in front of, staring everybody in the face. It's the elephant in the room, and that people can't see. But whoever does see, whoever does appreciate, gets so much. It's very rare. They start to see, oh, this is amazing. You could tell, like this Janine, she just came and all of a sudden she really appreciates what we're doing. She said, oh, your work is so important. Yeah. Oh, it's so important. She feels it. See, where is that coming from? From very deep place. She's just a family person, She got 3 kids. She says, oh, I just, I think can I come online? I don't think I have anything to say, I said, yeah, please do. So, maybe we'll get her up there. Yeah, see, the Lord's sending people, and he knows. See, she's another one like an Amy, man, like a Fanny. Friend of Janardhan. Look at Janardhan, man. Amazing devotees. I can't believe I get such friends. You see, Krishna gives me quality. You guys can have it all, the big numbers, man. Just give me jewel. It's like, you can have lots of glass, or different things, silver and all that, but we get all the gold here. It's nice, right? Gold is the most valuable. Right? So I feel, Krishna is really, I feel really privileged to be able to, be with devotees like that. I feel like I'm in awe of these devotees. Yeah. So, Lalita, read verse text 6 again.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Guru Maharaj. Oh, glories to you. Thank you so much. Thank you for letting me read.
Well, I stole your class today. It's the least I can do.
Oh, no, that's not a problem. I can go later. No problem. We are working together.
I just had to do it. I got up so early. I couldn't believe it, man. I was like wide awake. I thought, well, I got to do this.
Yeah, but I saw Yamuna went live, but then you don't see what's previous.
Yeah, you don't see. And then they put Jan and then Govinda.
Yeah.
That's good. Everybody's getting inspired to go want to get out there.
So, thanks. Oh my God, this is a nice one, huh?
Yeah, we just did that one yesterday. See, it's always filled with energy and truth.
Desiring to understand the glory of Radharani's love. The wonderful qualities in him. The she alone relishes.
Yeah, if you're in the verse or you're in the name, this is why, if this is going to be preached, and it is now, you got to show this. You got to show that you're so into the name, you're so into the qualities, you're so into the truth, the pastimes, see, and that you have an extraordinary understanding of that, and you see it's because there's a cause that causes this devotion, this love, and so if you're like Krishna was, and we all are in a sense, Krishna, unless he's meeting, unless he's joining like this, he doesn't feel complete. Don't you see how we are in the Mahamaya? We're like that here. We're thinking, God, I don't feel, you're alone, right? And you're thinking, where's my completion point? Oh, this woman, it's usually naturally you're looking for the man or the woman, the husband, right, to complete. See, so you think, where's my complete? So spiritually, Krishna is a spirit being. See, and he's thinking also like, well, where is my, oh, look at this Radha. Oh, wow. Look, she loves me so much. What has she seen in me that she understands so much about me, even more than I do because of the strength of her love. Look at how happy she is because of the power and the strength of her love, the intensity of it. Look how much she knows. Wow. And see, so unless you're like that, then you're not qualified for this path here. Otherwise, you wouldn't be interested. That's why you see people, Vaidhi. And you want to stay Vaidhi? Okay, just don't be interested in this rare distribution of something special like this. Okay? Even if you just came here, you would understand what is really desirable. Because this is the greatest value in the world, is to desire to understand this transcendental personality called God. It gives the greatest happiness to do that. And that's, you have to show that you've got this greatest happiness. Otherwise, what kind of leader are you of the spiritual? What kind of religious person are you of the spiritual? You know, how can you take others to a place that you're not residing? How can you help people know who you don't know? You need the strength. I mean, that's why I'm here to preach the Vedas and these truths, to prove that you gurus don't understand these verses unless you have that kind of love, and I haven't seen it. You show this, that you, and if you do have that love and you're hiding it, okay, so I can see that, but let's see it in your revelations. Let's see how much you know about that intimate Lord. See? And that's why neophytes or beginners who don't have this love, they're confounded by these persons that are not real authorities. See? But I'm looking, well, God, you know, how come they don't know what I know? They say they have this extraordinary love and they're so high and they're disciples, but how come they don't know what I'm understanding? Then I started saying, well, God, you know, yeah, I see. This is the way it works. You got to be really like worshiping the Lord in great ecstasy, great intimacy, the real God. And get revelations and realizations of that. And then if you're really on the beam, you're really on track, it'll be in the vision of the revealed scriptures. Okay? That's why this is our time, man, for preaching, man. Nobody preaches this. That's why even my students, I have to spank them sometimes. You know, because they get off, start speculating, jump the gun. So that's the essence. Go ahead, continue on that one.
Thank you, Guru Maharaj, for who you are. And for what and who you carry in your hearts. Thank you so much.
There's an example right there. She's an example. Because of the strength of her love, she can appreciate the value of these truths.
Oh, God.
See? If you didn't have that, that's why the witnesses are so important, because they show you the path. Otherwise, if you don't see this as treasure, you don't see these truths, they're not valuable to you. It's like you have gold and you think, oh, it's just a rock. You don't appreciate the value of gold and its qualities, and it's like this. Well, that's the way, the real gold of life is, you think is this stuff here in the world, mundane rocks and transformed, no matter how perfect it is, it's still a rock, right? It's still a dead. What's alive is the qualities of God. The name of God has the real life in it. This is what we're here to show. This is what we're here to relish as an example. Like, hey, here's the real treasure, people. Oh, I didn't know it. Look, they've lost that in ISKCON and all these groups because nobody's showing what the real treasure is. They're all speculating on what it is. It's some, big head full of memorized knowledge, and then you get a big false ego and all of this, and then it becomes about being a big guru with a big stick and big following. See, you're lost, man. That ain't it. Who's showing what it really is? I think only here, man. Here we're doing the path, man. I pointed out in the book, this confirms all we're doing. You guys are confirming that you listen to the right person because you're getting the transmission. You're getting the ability to relish treasure, to taste the treasure, the subtle treasure of the Supreme Lord, and actually know that great mystery. To know the transcendental potency, to relish it, to taste it, to see it as the greatest treasure in the world, and to preach it to others. Otherwise, without tasting this and relishing this and getting purified because of that, there's no way you can transmit this. It'll be just same old religion. Doesn't matter. You can be a Muslim religious person. You can be a Christian religious. You can be a Jewish religious person. You can be a Vaishnava religious person. And you know what? All the emphasis, when a real devotee sees you, they see, oh, I see a little cap on the Jewish guy. I see a guy with a dhoti and a big stick. And I see a Catholic person doing rituals. Okay? External is all religion. What do you see here? You see the pastimes of Lord Caitanya. Revived. Just like people didn't understand. Many people didn't understand the Lord's transcendental potency. They couldn't get it unless they just somehow or other were attracted to taking the association of that group of persons there. See? And then you would get it because you got to get the causeless mercy. All these verses, like chapter 7 of the Anchalila, even a fallen conditioned soul can become eternally liberated simply by associating with the causeless mercy of a devotee engaged in relishing the pastimes of Lord Caitanya. Eternally liberated. A little paraphrase there. But that's the point. You want to be eternally liberated? That's how easy it is. Otherwise, very hard to be liberated. It takes many lifetimes, just like Narayan Maharaj told you guys. But if anybody from Narayan Maharaj groups come here, your probability of getting prema in this life, especially if you've done some austerities and you've done some regulative devotional service, and you really want, you come here and you really want this bhakti, because that's how you get it. You got to just have the greed for it, and that's what you're supposed to get here. You could see some people that don't get so much; they're just not greedy enough for it, or they're a little hesitant. I don't know. I want that. So the Lord reciprocates. Okay, you go a little slower. But those who really want it, you notice they get it, because that's the way the Lord works here. If you look at the devotees getting this transcendental potency and you start to trust it, think, wow, man, I think I want what they got. I like their understanding and I like their happiness. Boy, look at this. Look how much they know about the Lord. I want that also. There you go. Now that's why Lord Caitanya came. If he comes to do that, why wouldn't you? That's following in the footsteps of the residents of Vrindavan. The Lord came here to show how to do that. Matter of fact, we're showing how to do that. You witnesses are showing how to do that. Look at it, River. The Lord didn't wait for River to be perfect before he came. She just really wanted this. She get a taste and she want more. It's not enough. It's not enough. I want more. Like that. So the Lord says, okay, well, you're not really qualified, but God, you really have the greed. Okay. There you go. So this path is very rare. I mean, it's wonderful. I mean, what I'm sharing on TikTok here is uncommon, unusual. Go ahead, read on.
Okay then. So
Did you finish?
desiring.
Just when you finish the verse, let me know.
Desiring to understand the glory of Radha Rani's love.
See, the glory. Like, what is she feeling, man? I never felt feelings like that. Anybody out there like that? You ever, this love is so beautiful, so amazing.
So
What happened? Okay. Yeah, what is this glory? And it's glorious, but I don't understand it. But I want to understand it. See, greed, that's called spiritual greed. You can only get that when you see people that are manifesting this glory of this love. It's very simple. It's the elephant in the room. We just make our comments to magnify that so people can really get that first of all, that we're on track. You see, you can't say that we're sahaja, we're off track, because we're manifesting the verses as they are. Matter of fact, you guys are off track if you think you don't manifest the verses. You're so far away from these verses. We show you how close we are to these verses. So close that we become the verses in living, like the living book. See, that's proof that the Lord's mercy is in us. Yeah. Go ahead.
yeah. The wonderful qualities in him. the she alone relishes through her love.
See, without that love, how can you know such depth of the transcendental Lord's qualities? Not mode of goodness qualities, not mode of passion, mode of ignorance. That's all in the Mahamaya. That's the external body, the shadow of the truth. It's not very interesting to devotees. But these internal qualities. Okay? So he's desiring by seeing that. And so those who are meant for this, they'll see the devotees here worshiping like this and get such desire. Otherwise, there's no possibility. That's why the Vaidis, you advance by desire. That's why Krishna says, if you can't worship Krishna like many devotees here are worshiping Krishna, go follow the rules and regulations and develop a desire to attain Krishna. See, they haven't developed a desire to attain Krishna. If they did, what would he do inside? He would send them here to the devotees. See, that's Bhagavad Gita. See, Bhagavad Gita, he said, if you can't worship me with love and ecstasy like that, then follow the rules and regulations of the Vaidhi. That's why Prabhupada taught it, because they couldn't do it. And develop a desire. So we started the platform, right? So now people have been doing it up to 50 years since Prabhupada left, right? 50 years. Okay. Anybody got the desire? Well, Johan did, obviously. Lalita did. Lalita Madhava did. Janaki did. So did he just give him that way himself? No, he developed the desire. Then by the mercy of Krishna, you get Guru. And not just Prabhupada, because he was qualified, Prabhupada, and then he gives you the rules. So he gave that because that was the first stage. Okay? So now Who's got the desire? Because if you got the desire, Krishna will send you here. See, by the mercy of Krishna, we do it's just all by the book. Everything's by the book here. By the mercy of Krishna, you get Guru. And then you notice, by the book and by the mercy of Guru, you get Krishna. Can you tell that Lalita's got Krishna? See? Because the love is awakened in her. Can you tell River's getting Krishna? See? Because the love is awakened in her. And others also getting Krishna. Amy's getting Krishna because the love is awakening in her. Without that love, you can't really understand Krishna. Not really. You understand, well, he's got a name. He's some philosophy in a book that you understand and speculate intellectually, but you don't really know it. See, the Lord has to be inside, see? This is what we do. We awaken that Lord inside. So those are ready, they're coming. They can appreciate the value. So the Lord came, right? Okay, that's why he came as Lord Caitanya. So what is his path that he taught? Oh, look at this ecstatic devotee. See, just same thing that you and everybody else has to come to the point. You want to follow in the footsteps of Lord Caitanya? We teach that. What did he do? He went to an ecstatic devotee who got the mercy of Madhavinda Puri, who was an ecstatic guru. And then he became an ecstatic guru. And then Lord Caitanya saw this ecstasy of this guru, chanting the holy name in ecstasy with the tears and everything, like you see here. And then he thought, let me go, and he went to that guru and he said, listen, I don't want name or fame. I don't want woman or a beautiful guy or a beautiful man, beautiful ladies. I don't want big wealth. I want to chant like you. For him, he got it very fast. A strong desire. Here, it might take a week or 2 or 20 years, but still, you're on the train, man, however long. Usually it doesn't take that long, 5, 6 months. You know, a year, sometimes a lot of people at different stages. You know, it's amazing what's going on here. It's almost like a lot of traffic going on in here. You know, people coming in and going this, getting to this, and you know, at this time and that time, and you know. See, but that's following the footsteps of Lord Caitanya. He came, chapter 3 or 4 in Adi Lila shows another quality. He came to accept the path of ecstatic love. Okay, how many of you out there, does this look attractive to you? Does this look like a spiritual path that you want to follow? Do you want gold? Can you see there's gold in this teaching? There's gold in this worship. There's gold in this meditation. Do you want to think like we do? You like high thinking, deep thinking? You like thinking deeper than even the Illuminati, than the overlords here? You want to transcend all the miseries of this world? Oh, we do that easy. Easy peasy. No problems. Very easy for us.
Yeah, deep diving, high thinking. The deeper you dive, the higher you think.
Yeah, so that's what we do here. Is this for you ready to finish all illusions? You want to go into the spiritual level of consciousness and transcend all the miseries of this material universe, all the way up into heaven and to hell. There's miseries in heaven too. They get attacked by the demons. Did you know that? We have all the histories. There, you know, Indra gets dethroned. That's the thing. You think you're in heaven. This is what we're going. There are many people thought, oh, this is pretty heavenly here. They got it making good money, right? Got a nice situation, nice in like in America, big boats, big motor homes, you know, all that's so nice and everything. And now the demons come and attack your good high living. See, they don't have high thinking, they have high living. They're living it up. See, that's the problem in this universe. So here, this is the opportunity to transcend all of this. You go into a spiritual level of happiness that's not touched by the demons or the demigods. Demigods still speculate. See? Even religion still speculates. They can't touch this. We're here to add this to whoever wants. Okay? This is the fulfillment of Jesus' prayer even, thy will be done on earth as it is in what is not explained in the Bible, but we'll explain it. The Garden of Eden, which is Vrindavan. See, Vrindavan is a wonderful explanation of how it is. The Garden of Eden, what do you see? There's just Adam and Eve. Sounds pretty boring to me, just two people, huh? See, Vrindavan see, this is what you get once every 4,320,000,000 solar years is this incarnation to explain all of this. With the Garden of Eden is filled with all kinds of wonderful devotees. It's like that, a Garden of Eden, right? It's like a beautiful place with a lot of trees and a lot of wonderful things, but everything's conscious and everything loves God, in a very intimate way. And there's people there, just like there's people here, but they're transcendental people. And having a spiritual relation, happy feelings and all that. Like how you can imagine a Garden of Eden, or there was a place, they say, where it's all beautiful and all that stuff. See? Well, this is our Garden of Eden here. You see, you come here, you start tasting these things. Yeah. Hey. Go ahead, read on there.
That she alone relishes through her love and the happiness she feels when she realizes the sweetness of his love.
This is the gift of Lord Caitanya. Wants to give us that kind of experience. Can you imagine? Matter of fact, this is the gift of Lord Caitanya now through our Sangha. Otherwise, where are you going to get such a rare experience? Top notch. See, this is gold. This is treasure, man. This is the pearl of great price, magnified 1,000 times, actually. Christians don't have this. They don't have this understanding. They can't, because it comes through the disciplic line. This one. I was born again Christian. I had the vision that Jesus promised to be as he is with the Father. I know that. The Lord, by the mercy of Jesus, showed me that. And then by the mercy of this line, he showed me this aspect of God, the more personal, the more intimate, the more like, wow, he's my actual friend that like I carry, in this world. Here to broadcast this relationship that others can have also to those who are here to get it, to the devotees. Wow, this is, yeah, go ahead there. Oh, wait, you finished the verse, I think, right?
No, not yet.
Oh, not yet. Okay, good, go on.
You're going to give me everything.
Yeah, she's greedy, she wants it all. She's a glutton, spiritual glutton.
The Supreme Lord Hari richly endowed with her emotions, he appeared from the womb of Srimati Sachi Devi.
Yeah, see, richly endowed with her emotions. You got to see somebody richly endowed with the emotions of Vrindavan. Otherwise, how are you going to even understand there's even such a place or a path? It'll all be speculation. Well, Vrindavan is in your mind's imaginations. Oh, but, no. You have to have a relationship, even in the world, man. You're part of a family. This is my family, right? You feel it. You feel them. They feel you. You feel them. That's your bond. And outsiders, they know. So if somebody dies within your family, how do you feel? Oh, grieving everything. And others, they'll look at you because they're on the outsiders, right? They're not bonded as much as you are. And they'll think, oh, I'm sorry for your loss. They're not really feeling it, are they? Not so much. Unless you're a real empath. I don't know, but basically, that's the idea. Well, how are you going to experience Vrindavan unless you become part of that family with the feeling like they got? See, feel that bond with Vrindavan, because then you start to get realizations of Vrindavan. You get understanding of that place. See, that's Krishna's personal playground. That's Radha's playground. That's the devotees, they play there. Everything is a play for them. Even their work is a play. See, a play on the stage of the world of Vrindavan. Yeah. Okay.
So he appeared as the moon appeared from the ocean. Now the verse is finished.
Yeah. As the moon appeared from the ocean. Yeah. It actually doesn't, the moon doesn't come from the ocean. It's just an appearance. It's kind of like an illusion because the Lord is always alive. It's always there, but it appears to come like that. It appears he came from Sachi's womb. He did, but it's transcendental. Yeah. That's actually a very deep thing. We'll get into that another time. What I'm thinking is you should go live now. I think I did. I got my little lick in. Got my licks in.
It's okay if you want to continue for me.
No. I think, I know. I think it's good for me. You want to go live now?
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah, good. Okay, so I'm going to go off now. Yeah. I've been on almost 2 hours. Yeah. Okay, so sure. Yeah, thank you. I butted in long enough. All right, let's play the song a little bit. Right?
He would go out at sunrise, chanting, dancing to his name. Hari-bo, Hari-bo. He would wake up everyone, rise and rejoice to the name. Hari-bo, Hari-bo.
Thank you for coming on TikTok.
We'll
be back.
Govinda Hari, Hari-bo, Hari-bo. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he has come to taste and give away the sweetness of his brain. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, all you have to do is take to the sweet chanting of his name. Hari-bo, Hari-bo. Every day the sun will rise, and every day the sun will set. Hari-bo, Hari-bo. What's the value of your life if devotion you don't get? Haribo, Haribo. Take the name into your heart. Take it with you when you part. Haribo, Haribo. Caitanya Mahaprabhu, he has come to taste and give away the sweetness of his brain. Caitanya Mahaprabhu, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Caitanya Mahaprabhu, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu,